YouTube land is on. Hi. All right, the cats are all here, so that means we must be good to go, right? Actually, I think I need to move this back a little bit because otherwise, we move things around to like vacuum and stuff earlier. Dad and Joe waved. Hi. Aren't we so goofy? I love it. All right, so guess what, guys? This is the no shoulders required class. So that means that you don't have to use your arms. I had a piano lesson earlier. Yes, I'm taking piano, Layla. I'm taking piano. I know, isn't that crazy? So I'm taking piano lessons. And my piano teacher has had a shoulder injury. And so she was talking about how it's hard for her to do yoga lately. And so I told her, I said, you know what? I'm going to record a special class for you. And it's going to be all about not using your shoulders. I know. Oh, yeah, well, yeah, I'm doing piano. Isn't that funny? Okay, so we're going to do the no shoulders class. We're going to do lots of chest opening and upper back opening, which is something else another student of mine, wanted, which Lindsay. Lindsay was asking for a lot of shoulder stuff. So we're going to start with chest opener on a roll today. So what I'd like you to do is take, if you have a blanket or a pillow or something like that that you'd like to roll up, I would open it up about yay wide and then fold it into thirds so it becomes something long like this, something long and thin. And then from that point, you kind of roll it up from end to end to create, you know, something to put between your shoulders. So grab something like that, or, you know, whatever you'd like. You can even use a yoga block. And I recommend, I don't know why I don't have mine here, it's because I was vacuuming, that would be why. I recommend that you take the block on its like long edge so it will fit between the shoulder blades when you come on down to the back. So here's our moves. I should take off my sparkly slippers. All right. So let's come on to the back. And you can take another block and support your head. So great. This is my favorite Shavasana move, PS. All right. So come on to the back with the prop, whatever you're using, up between the shoulder blades. And that's higher than you think. If it's lower down on the back, it's going to feel pretty damn uncomfortable. So check that out. And start with having your feet on the floor, knees bent, arms relaxed at your sides. A little bit of a tuck of the chin. Oftentimes we kind of jut the chin out a little bit. Just feel for letting the back relax and melt over whatever prop is behind you. If you're kind of arcing away from it weirdly, find something a little more comfortable. That's number one. Or allow yourself to relax. Part of that may be you just don't allow yourself to relax. I'm raising my hand. Right? How many of you feel like that? Or have come to know that about yourself? A lot of times, I think, especially, that might be highlighted by our experience lately. Literally being told by the universe to sit the hell down. That even now, we're not allowing ourselves to do that. We feel more than ever that we should be doing something to make things better. Not only for ourselves, but for other people. And by making things better for other people, then we somehow feel like we'll be okay, right? As we work in today's practice, let's just not work so hard. Let's keep our arms relaxed. Let's keep more of our energy to ourselves today. Close your eyes. Make any adjustments in the body so you can relax over the roll. Begin to lengthen the breath. Open the mouth slightly so the jaw relaxes. You can use your tongue to wet your lips. And then let the lips lightly close and just move the lips from side to side across one another. It's a practice called jaw slide lip glide. So stay steady with the breath, make long inhalations and slow exhalations. And just continuously, slowly move the lips from side to side across one another. And then let that go. Take a deep breath in. And exhale out. And your next inhalation, feel for broadening the back on the prop that's supporting you. On the exhalation, feel your back rest into that prop. We'll stay here for a little while, and then we'll work a couple of practices, starting with wrist stretches. Aim the right hand palm up towards the ceiling. Grab onto the pinky finger with the left hand and take a deep breath in. And exhale, pull back on the pinky finger, stretch the thumb wide to the right. Relax the shoulders back and down. Inhale, grab a hold of the ring finger. Stretch all the fingers wide, and then exhale, pull back on the ring finger. Inhale, grab a hold of the middle finger. And then exhale, pull back on the middle finger. Deep breath in, take a hold of the index finger. Stretch the palm wide, fingers even wider. And then as you exhale, pull back on the index finger. And all of these pulls on the finger are to tolerance. Don't go to pain on any of those. Inhale, grab a hold of the thumb, give it a little wiggle and pull it away from the palm, out of the wrist. Draw both shoulder heads back and down. And then exhale, pull back on the thumb, stretch all 5 fingers very wide. Heel of the palm presses to the ceiling. Shoulders back and down. That brings a whole liveliness to the right side of the body. Go for that. What's the difference between the two sides? Switch sides. Extend the left hand arm forward with the palm up. Grab the pinky finger with the right hand. And take a deep breath in. And exhale, pull back on the pinky finger. Stretch the thumb wide. Make space between all 5 fingers. Hi, Sophia. Inhale, grab a hold of the ring finger, right at the knuckle joint, right? The knuckle joint where you meet the palm. Take another deep breath in. And then exhale, pull back on the ring finger. Relax the shoulders. Take a deep breath, grab a hold of the middle finger. And then exhale, pull back on the middle finger. Shoulders relax back and down. Inhale, grab a hold of the index finger. And exhale, pull back on the index finger. Stretch the skin of the palm wide. Relax the shoulders down. Back into the prop. Grab a hold of the thumb and give it the wiggle. It's like a dog wagging the tail, or maybe you're wagging the dog. Deep breath in. Stretch all your fingers wide, and then exhale, pull back on the thumb. Relax the shoulders. And then let the arms come down to the sides. Savor the opening, that savory, wonderful feeling of the palms being open. And one wonderful feeling I do want to share with you, and I don't get tired of sharing, is my gratitude for having these platforms to share the gifts that I've learned over these many years as a yoga instructor. So I'm pleased to be able to do these classes for you. I'm very grateful for all of those who have donated to the class. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support through participation, through joining the live videos on YouTube, on Instagram, and for continuing to take the classes, to share them with others, to like, to subscribe so you know when I'm posting things, and just keep sharing them for anyone who needs these classes. I know a lot of people are out of work and need support, and that's what I'm here to do. So in this heart-opening, easeful class in the upper body, from my heart to yours, thank you. Let's do some shoulder shrugs to open up the heart space a little bit more. Right. Take a deep breath to the upper back. Hold the breath. Hug the shoulders around the mat, and then exhale, drag the shoulder blades down. Keep squeezing around that roll, or whatever prop you're using. Inhale, breathe into the upper back. Exhale, squeeze around the roll and drag down. Bring the arms alongside the rib cage, palms up. Take a deep exhale, squeeze the arms alongside the body, squeeze on the roll, and drag the shoulder blades down. Belly in and down. We'll include that on the next round, so take another deep breath in. Breathe into upper back. Hold the breath, draw the shoulders way up, and draw them back. Squeeze around the prop, pull the belly down as you bring the shoulder blades down. Spread your breath into upper back. Exhale, squeeze around the roll, drag down, pull the belly in and down, push to the feet. Okay, so we're running energy from the upper body all the way through the lower body. Deep breath into upper back. Exhale, squeeze around the roll, drag the shoulder blades down, pull the belly in and down, push to the feet. Now let's do another round. Take a deep breath into upper back. Hold the breath, draw the shoulders way up, down way back, and then exhale, squeeze around the shoulder blades, pull the belly down, push through the feet. Oh, man, that feels good. Take a deep breath into upper back. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades, pull the belly in and down, push through the feet. Keep hugging on that mat. All right, breathe into upper back again. Exhale, use the arms on the body. I think you forgot this one last time. Squeeze the arms on the body, squeeze the shoulder blades down, pull belly down, push through the legs. Oh, awesome sauce. Do that all the time. All right, It's time to come off the rolls. Just come over to your side for a minute and pause. Go easy, those props may be higher up than you remember. And just pause for a minute. Take a deep breath in. Activate the feet so your legs turn on, and then your legs, push to the legs, push on the floor to come up. Use one hand to pick up your head. All right. Let's do shoelace. Come sitting up on a prop if you need a little extra support or just like the extra support under your buttocks. Coming into a shoelace position. Shoelace can be done with one leg long. So bring your legs into a number 4 configuration with the left ankle on top of the right thigh. If you have further to go in this, bend the bottom knee. Stacking both shins on the floor. Spread the toes. And in this configuration, if you can, move the left ankle past the right knee. Let's do Uddiyana. Bring the hands in front of the shins, or really the kind of in front of the feet. Turn the fingertips towards you. So the palms are lifted. Pinky, ring finger, middle finger, and index finger are on the floor. Thumbs are widely spread. Feet are stretching, spread through the feet, toes wide. Uddiyana means the belly flies up. So in this practice, it's a deep breath in. We hold the breath. And then it's a forceful exhale through the mouth like this. Breath stays out. Belly muscles soften. And then we pull the low belly back, tucking the chin. All right? Let's do it together. We'll do 3 rounds. Actually, we'll do 2, and then we'll do 2 to the other side. Let's do that. All right? So spread the toes, activate the feet, and take a deep breath in. Hold the breath. Feel for wideness in the upper back. Exhale out. Keep the breath out. Soften belly muscles, and then pull belly muscles back to spine. Tuck chin. Feel the back widen. Let the belly muscles relax forward and take a deep breath in. Hold the breath. Exhale out. Relax the shoulders and the neck. Pull the belly back. Let belly muscles go. Inhale to sit up just enough and then forward fold to any degree. Your forward fold might be to tuck the chin into the chest. Pushing down through the pelvis. If your pelvis lifts off the floor, anchor the pelvis back and come out of the fold just enough that you feel grounded in the low back. Tailbone lengthening into floor. And take another deep breath in. Ease the breath out. And inhale to sit up. Come into side bend. Take the left hand out to the side, 18 inches in line with the hip, about 1.5 feet, right? Bend elbow, push palm, inhale. Reach the right arm out to the side. Let's do neck release first. Relax the neck. Lean towards the left side, but keep reaching with the right hand. Do the jaw slide, lip glide thing again. But stay steady in your breath. Right? The more we start to kind of add on and do, The more shallow we breathe, the less active in the feet. One more deep breath. Exhale fully out. Inhale, reach the right arm straight up for side. In both of these moves, because I said we were not doing shoulders, right? You can take the hand to the shoulder or keep the hand on the hip. That goes for the reach up or the reach out. Using the hand on the right pelvis to anchor the hip into the floor. Focusing the breath through the whole torso. Treating the torso from the tailbone to the back of the neck as a container that you can fill up on the breath in. And that washes empty and clean on the breath out. To come out of the pose, if you're reaching up, reach out to the side and then keep reaching to come out. Bringing your hand to your head to help your head back to place. Change sides. Coming into either half or full shoelace. This time stacking the right ankle on left thigh in a number 4 shape, or bending both knees, stacking both shins. Right ankle is just past the left knee. Let's come into Uddiyana. You can come back to the wrist stretch position or work with the palms flat down. Right? Take a deep breath in. Spread your toes. Exhale out. Keep the breath out. Pull low belly back to spine. Up the chin. Release belly, take a deep breath in. Soften the shoulders, push down in the hips. Keep the breath out. Pull low belly back to spine. Feel for the widening through the back, low, mid, upper back. Release the belly. Inhale to sit up. And then forward fold to any degree. Either a tuck of the chin into the chest or as far forward over the front of the legs as possible. And if your hips lift up, push back to the hips. Do less of a fold. And work on creating the shape of this fold through the breath. Letting the breath fill up. Softening on both the inhalation and the exhalation. Simply enjoying wherever you're at in this pose. Not making any more of it than you need to. One more breath. And then inhale to sit up. Let's come into the side bend with neck release. Plant the right palm out to the floor, little bend at the elbow. So the shoulder actually bears less of the brunt, right? Elbow is a little bent, forgiving. Neck release pose, reach left arm out to the side, right? Working with the arm bent at the elbow, hand on shoulder, or hand on hip. Letting the neck relax over to the right side. If you do have further to go and you want to reach the arm out, by all means, please do. Feel for anchoring down for the left hip, the right hip. Using the breath to lengthen the spine. Soften the shape. To soften and beautify the effort. Spread through the toes, keep the legs active, feet active. Side bend pose. Inhale, you can reach the left arm up if you like. Keep pushing through the right palm in an oppositional way. So you're reaching both palms up and down simultaneously. And again, if that's too much in your shoulder, you just keep the hand to the hip or work with the hand on the shoulder. Pushing that right palm into the floor. Hips into the floor. Spreading the breath through the rib cage, particularly through the back. One breath in. Complete breath out. And inhale, reach up through the left arm to pick up the torso. Use right hand to pick up the head. Come into seated balancing twist. So I'm lying the legs, place the right foot on the floor. In this move, watch me first. You can work with the right leg long, left knee in and up, hugging the knee to the chest and towards the left. If you have further to go, the left knee becomes bent and you can grab the outer edge of the foot, pushing the foot into the hand, lifting up from the mid-ribs rather than the shoulders. You can reach the right arm out to the side if you feel like lifting your arms today, or reach it towards the wall behind you, or whatever's behind you. For me, it's a wall. If you have further to go, you can even extend the leg and bend the bottom leg. So it's really more of this twist, all right? So any lifting that you're doing with the arms, make it come from the bottom of the shoulder blades, the bottom of the rib cage area, all right? So let's find the place where you want to practice. You can lengthen the bottom leg long. You can even keep the foot bent if that's a little more supportive for you, right? So there's less work in the shoulders, all right? Let's find our move. So either bring the knee into the chest, hugging the knee in, left foot is lifted, and you're turning towards the left. Going to any degree with the knee bent or straight, and the bottom leg is in any supportive configuration for you today. Any lifting you do with the shoulders, like I said, do it from the mid-ribs up. Belly is engaged. Take a deep breath in. Wash the breath out. We'll do one more breath. Stretch the torso with your breath in. Wash the breath out. And then bend the knee if it's straight and come back to the floor. Let's do the other side. So you can extend the bottom leg long. Right knee comes into the chest, lifting and turning torso, turning at the bottom of the rib cage towards the left. Working to a bent knee, straight leg, with a grab on the outer edge of the foot, maybe bending the bottom knee. Find the place where your shoulders are loving it, not hating it. Take a deep breath in to determine that. No struggle. Lifting up from the bottom of the rib cage, pulling the belly in. One more deep breath. Exhale fully, soft shoulders. And then inhale, bend the knee, turn the torso, and come back to center. All right. Watch me first for some other cool moves. Doing abdominals today. Practice called gate opener. I need to give myself a little more space. All right. So in gate opener, the shoulders can stay down. And again, I want you to watch me first so you see the moves. So you'll grab your prop, whatever that might be. You might be using a block, right? Or again, that rolled up blanket or pillow game that we worked using in our opening moves. So coming into the pose, it looks like this. And again, the knees can be bent. I'm going to show you with the shoulders down to begin with, all right? So if the shoulders are down, your knees are probably also going to be bent. Arms out in a cactus position, palms up to ceiling. Take a deep breath in. Remember, watching me first. We'll do it all together in a minute. Hold the breath, squeeze the prop, activate the feet. Flatten low back into the floor. Exhale, take one hand to the mat to stable it. Pull the low belly down and squeeze the prop. Inhale, widen out through the legs. Exhale, keeping the knees bent in a frog position. And then exhale, curl the pubic bone up into the prop. Pull the low belly down and really push through the legs using the buttocks and the back of the legs. Inhale, bring legs back together, hands back to cactus position. All right? For those of you who know this pose and want to do it differently and include the lift of the shoulders, watch me. All right? Knees can again be bent or fully extended. And for those of you doing the shoulders, you may extend your legs, right? Here's the move in the other way. Take a deep breath in, active feet, squeeze prop. Push low back into the floor. Exhale, lift shoulders off the floor. Pull the low belly down. Inhale, widen through the legs in a straddle. Your knees can be bent. Exhale, curl the pubic bone up into the prop, pull the low belly down and really reach with the legs. Shoulders are relaxed. The action is happening in the legs. And that is true whether you're working with your back completely on the floor through all of these moves or whether you choose to work in that way. All right? We'll do a few rounds. I'm going to start with the shoulders down, and you can decide where you'd like to practice today. All right? So pick feet up off the floor, knees bent. And P.S., if picking the legs up is also too much for you, you can do this by rolling on the edges of your feet, right? All the moves would look like this. Deep breath in, flatten the back, squeeze the prop, push low back into floor. Exhale, take one hand on the prop, pull the low belly down. Inhale, widen through the legs, rolling on the edges of the feet. Exhale, curl the pubic bone up into the prop, pull the low belly down. Inhale, legs back together. That would be the way you would do it without lifting your legs, right? There's all kinds of different ways we can do this. Find the way that lets you work with your breath being the most important feature, all right? Hi! So, let's start with cactus arms, feet off the floor. For those of you who want to keep the legs down, go for it. And everybody, go for it. Deep breath in. Activate the feet no matter where they are. Hold the breath, flatten low back into the floor, and squeeze your prop. Exhale, take one hand to the prop, pull the low belly down and squeeze the prop. Inhale, widen through the legs. Exhale, curl the pubic bone up into the prop, pull the low belly down. Relax the shoulders. Inhale, bring legs back together. Hands back by your sides or behind the head, that's where you're working. Hold the breath, flatten the back, squeeze your prop. Exhale, take the opposite hand to the prop, pull the low belly down, activate the feet. Inhale, widen through the legs. Push the low back into the floor, and exhale, curl the pubic bone up into the prop, pull the low belly down. Inhale, legs back together, arms to your sides. I'll do the next few rounds, shoulders coming up. Interlace hands at the base of the skull if that's where you're going to practice. Hold the breath, curl the tailbone up and squeeze the prop. Exhale, lift shoulders off the floor, take one hand on the prop, pull the low belly down. Inhale, widen through the legs, push the low back into the floor. Exhale, curl the pubic bone up into the prop, pull the low belly down and reach strongly through the back of the legs. Inhale, legs back together. If your shoulders are up, bring them down. Activate the feet, squeeze the prop. Hold the breath, push the low back down. Inhale, lift shoulder, exhale, push, bring shoulders up. Pull low belly down and take your opposite hand to the roll. Inhale, widen through the legs, push the low back into the floor. Exhale, curl the pubic bone up into the prop, pull the low belly down. Inhale, legs back together, we'll do 2 more. Hold the breath, push the low back into the floor, squeeze the prop. Exhale, pick up the shoulders, opposite hand on the prop, pull the low belly down. Inhale, widen through the legs. Find the reach now and push the low back into the floor. Exhale, curl the pubic bone into the prop, pull the low belly down, stretch and push forward through the buttocks and the legs. Inhale, legs back together, squeeze the prop, lower shoulders, push low back into the floor. Squeeze the prop. Exhale, lift shoulders up, take your opposite hand to the roll, pull the low belly down. Inhale, widen through the legs, push the low back into the floor. Exhale, curl the pubic bone into the prop, pull the low belly down, reach through legs. Inhale, legs back together, feet to floor, arms at your sides if you were interlacing. Remove your prop. Where's my water? Did I go now? I might have to go get that. I'm gonna go get it. I'll be back. Hey girl, I'm gonna get some water. I'll be back. I made myself a cup of water. Hi, Sophia. What are you doing? What are you doing? Where's my water? Oh, here it is. It's in my kitchen. It's in my kitchen. I found my water and I found a kitty. That was a good break. I'm sure y'all appreciate it because we're going to Twisted Root. All right, let's do some Twisted Root. You know, Sophia. Twisted Root. We're just doing stage 1 today. We've been doing that one a lot lately. Cross left thigh over right and bring left knee over the belly. Activate the feet. You can double wrap the legs if you want. And interlace hands at the base of the skull or practice with your arms in cactus. Take a deep breath in. Lift the shoulders if you're going there. Exhale, squeeze the thighs together, pull the low belly down and reach kneecaps up. Pull the low belly down again. Stay lifted in the shoulders if you can and take a deep breath in. Exhale, curl the tailbone up, squeeze the thighs, pull the low belly down. Inhale, breathe into low back, widen it. Exhale, squeeze inner thighs, pull low belly down, reach kneecaps up. Soften your shoulder work, use the legs. And then inhale to release. Lower down and then change the cross of the thighs. Double wrap if you can. I can't on this side. Oh, I kind of can today. Kind of. All right, interlace hands behind the base of the skull if you're working there. Otherwise, cactus it up. Take a deep breath in. Activate the feet and lift shoulders up if that's your work today. Exhale, curl the tailbone up. Squeeze the thighs, reach kneecaps up. Low belly down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, curl the tailbone up. Squeeze the thighs. Pull the low belly down. Let go of the work in the shoulders. Take a deep breath through the whole back. Exhale, activate the feet. Squeeze thighs. Pull low belly down. Pull low belly down again. Then inhale, lower the shoulders. Unwind your legs. Ooh, soften the upper body particularly. Soften whatever you need to. Wherever you feel the need. Particularly in the shoulders and in the upper back. I've been talking a lot about this the past couple of days and making our focus the upper back, particularly between the shoulder blades. This is the back door of the heart. And it's the place in our bodies where where it shows how well we take care of ourselves. Right? There's a reason that there are terms in our language that show in a very imaginative way the way we work in the world. And shouldering the burdens is one of them that's coming to mind. So there's a reason we have tight shoulders, is because this is where what we are carrying shows up physically. And that space between the shoulder blades is usually a place we can't access very well. And that is the spot of our self-care. So let's keep opening up in that place. When we care for ourselves, you know the adage, we do much better for others. We need to make ourselves first. Then our front is much more soft and open, truly open, in a way that we need to be more now, right? We've got to show that in ways that are not tangible or concrete these days. Which is so step in the back, even though bridge is a big front body opener. We're going to use block today. I think we're doing ankle over thigh, are we? No, we're doing thigh traction. Hooray. All right. I forget what I write half the time. Bring your heels back to your hips. Arms at your sides, palms up. And take that big breath into the upper back. Exhale, push down through the heels to lift your hips. And we'll pause here without the block for a breath or two. Actually, let's use wrist stretches again. Well, let's do stage 3. We've done 1 and 2. Let's go for 3 here. Let your arms come into your T position and take a deep breath in. Palms are up, by the way. Exhale, bring the thumb in, the index finger, the middle finger, the ring finger, the pinky finger, and pull on the knuckles and push your wrists up to the ceiling. Stay anchored in your feet. If you need to use your block in order to do this, please do. Don't hesitate. Inhale, open your hands again. This time, exhale, pull the pinky finger in, the ring, the middle, the index finger. Wrap your thumb outside and then roll your knuckles in towards the wrists, making like a mighty gesture. And then inhale, open your hands wide. Push down through your feet. And then exhale, bring the thumb in, the index, the middle, the ring, the pinky. Pull on the thumbs and tip your knuckles out. The arms will lift a little bit here. Relax the shoulders back. Take a deep breath in, open your hands. And exhale, bring the pinky finger, the ring, the middle, the index finger. Wrap the thumb outside and then roll the knuckles in. Be mighty. Keep active in the feet. Now grab your block, if you haven't already, and place it under your sacrum. Settle up on the block. Push your hips on the block. And take a deep breath in where that block is touching your body. And then walk the left foot into the right a little bit. Push through the left foot. Really push it down and inhale, draw right knee into chest. Exhale, reach the right foot to the ceiling. If that's too much on your hamstring, keep the knee bent. In either configuration, take your right hand on the thigh and take a deep breath in. Exhale, use the right hand to guide the thigh bone slightly forward and slightly up. And breathe into the space that you created. And continue to push down through the left foot to steer and square up the shape. Reaching through both feet evenly. Soften the shoulder work. Breathe through the shoulders. And then release, bend the knee, and step the right foot to the floor. Push down through that right foot. Inhale, draw left knee to chest, maybe straightening it all the way. Bring left hand in front of left thigh. Stretch the breath through where you're creating space. And the left hip, the left waist, the left buttock. Light traction of the thigh forward and up. Pushing strongly down for the right foot. Reaching the left foot nice and high. And then release, bend the left knee, step foot to floor. Push both feet evenly down and inhale. Lift hips off block. And exhale to come down. Push through the feet. Tuck the tail so the shoulders stay out of the pushing through the legs forward and curling the tailbone up. All right, roll over to your side. Push into the floor to come up to a sitting position. And this is where I have to get my clip. All right, let's do some turbo dog and flashback and maybe down dog. I will absolutely give you all the cues to keep the shoulders out of the deal. Pad your knees if you need to, or if you just want to. My hair is getting quite long. I have to find my other clip probably soon. Turbo dog. Actually, work turbo puppy, maybe turbo dog if you're going. So in turbo dog, it's different from dog due to hand placement. Toes are curled under behind you in a tabletop position. And then move each hand forward about 6 inches, or the equivalent of a paw print. Elbows bend, neck relaxed. And the elbows are about 3 inches off the floor. Push the palms firmly down. Feel upper arm bones move into the shoulder sockets. Deep breath through upper back. Exhale, push firmly against the palms. Pull the belly in and push back through the toes. Keep the neck relaxed and bend the elbows a little bit more. Stretch the breath through the upper back. Exhale, draw the shoulder heads back, shoulder blades down, and wrap the shoulder blades around the body towards the front of the chest. And you can stay here on knees or straighten the legs for the full version of turbo dog, moving from the puppy to the dog. Let go in the neck even more. Stretch the breath through the upper back even more. Engage the low belly and pull the front low ribs into the body. If you've got your knees lifted, lower them now. Inhale. Let's do flash prep. All right. Flash prep is a variation on dolphin. So come down to the elbows and forearms. You grab upper arms to measure distance with opposite hands. If you have a shoulder injury, I want you to keep your hands clasped for this, right? Or, well, that's actually not, that actually doesn't work here. But you'll keep your knees down for this, for sure, all right? Separate the palms from the clasp. Keep left forearm on the floor and slide right hand back so the middle finger lines up with the back of left elbow. This is actually a shoulder healing move. So pushing down evenly through both palms, let go in the neck and pull up on the low belly, push back through the toes. Shoulder heads stay back and down. If you have further to go, inhale, straighten the legs, lift the hips. If you have that shoulder injury, not recommended. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, draw the shoulder heads back, wrap the shoulder blades around the rib cage and forward, and take another breath across upper chest, turning on the chest muscles. And then exhale, if your knees are lifted, lower them down. Let's do the other side. Bring the right forearm to even up with the left. Grab upper arms, measure the distance. And then swivel forward, both forearms and palms down. Slide the left hand back. And just check it. Middle finger on left hand will line up with the back of right elbow. Hand is under the shoulder. Push back to the toes now. Feel the legs engage and the back get long. Breathe into that. Exhale, draw the shoulder heads back, shoulder blades down, and push back. If you're going further, straighten the legs, lift hips. Deep breath in, everybody. Let go of the neck. Turn on the chest muscles so the neck does relax more. Push down to the right thumb. Take a deep breath in. Exhale fully. And on the next inhale, lower the knees to the floor. Bring hands under shoulders. Curl the toes under and push down through palms and back through feet. Down through palms and back through feet. If you're going further, go to downward facing dog. Straighten the legs. Maybe widen the stance, walking the hands slightly forward. Pause, breathe in. Feel the effects of the turbo puppies, the turbo dogs, and the flashing, prepping. One more breath in. And then inhale, step the left foot forward. Warrior one, back toes under. Grab your block and place it inside your left foot. Right hand can be on the block and left hand on thigh. Feel for reaching back through the back thigh bone and lifting it slightly to the ceiling. Shoulders are relaxed. Back of neck is long. Legs are working hard. If you have further to go, bring your hands up to your thigh and sink the hips low. Curl the pubic bone forward. One more breath. And then exhale, bring the right hand down to the block. Keep the left hand on the thigh. Easy twisting. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, you can keep your hands on the block and just turn the torso to the left. Bring left hand back onto the hip so it can pull the hip back slightly, but keep that knee moving forward. Maybe going further, reaching the arm back and low or high. Maybe bringing the hand onto the shoulder. Those are all shoulder options. Engage down through your legs even more. Take one more deep breath in. And then exhale, turn the torso back to the floor. Step the back foot forward for pyramid pose. Move the block forward, both hands on the block. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, pull the belly in and draw the front low ribs in. And then forward fold to any degree. Relax the neck. Bring the block to a different height if you need to, or you can place both hands on the floor. If that's too much of a stretch on the shoulders, keep the block high. Don't fold so low. So you can learn to use the legs rather than the shoulders to do the work. Inhale, bend the front knee. Move your props and step back onto hands and knees, lowering the right knee first and then the left. Tabletop position. If you have further to go, straighten the legs, reach back to the heels, full plank. No matter where you are, take a deep breath in. And then exhale, come down to the knees, bend the elbows, point them straight back, pushing into the floor to lower into the ground. Straighten the legs, point the toes. Inhale. Curl pubic bone into the floor and draw the shoulders back. Reach elbows back even further. And then exhale. Curl pubic bone again. Inhale, lengthen the upper back to lift the chest. Coming out of pushing into tabletop position. All right, I gotta pause this for a minute. So we gotta come back. To the live, to the live. Oops. Hold on, come on, Vesper. There's my Vesper. All right. All right. We're going live again with the Instagrammers. Hi, Vespian. All right. So there we are. So let's come out of Cobra. Hi, Vesper. And all the kitties have come. All the kitties have come. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Just in time to grab Vesper. Hey, Bill. How are you? All right. So let's come out of Cobra. And come on back into tabletop position, staying here if you're working with a shoulder injury, if you're just gonna go easy on those shoulders today. Or push all the way back, downward facing dog. Wrap the shoulders. No matter whether you're in table or downward facing dog, pull the shoulder heads back, wrap them around the rib cage and forward. And then inhale, from table or dog, step the right foot forward. Warrior one, back toes under. Take your block on its high side inside the right foot. Left hand on block. Right hand can come onto the hip to pull that hip back. Lengthen back through the left thigh bone and reach it towards the ceiling. Keep relaxed in your neck. You can come up further, bringing both hands onto the thigh, or one hand onto the thigh, one hand onto the hip. But stay huge with the breath. Expand the breath through the torso. Use the breath to soften the effort and support the work you're doing in your body and your strong legs. One more breath. And then exhale, bring that left hand back to the block if that's where you've been working. Coming into warrior one, back toes under with a twist. Deep breath in. And then exhale, turn the torso towards the right. Again, keep your hands low, particularly if you're working that shoulder injury. If you want to work with the arm reaching, then maybe you bend the elbow, right? Staying here, reaching it back, or reaching it up. And ultimately, the secret to letting go in your shoulders is to work your legs more. So push back to that left thigh bone and up, down to the right thigh towards the floor. One more breath in. And then release. Pyramid pose. Bring the back foot closer in, straighten both legs, and bring the block in front of you, both hands on the block. Take a deep breath into the low back, upper back. Exhale, curl the pubic bone forward and draw the front low ribs in. Let go in your neck. You can go further into the fold, continue to use the block to bring the floor higher up. You can switch to a different height of the block or bring hands onto the floor. Holding only so forward that you can keep the legs pushing down into the floor. You connect something through those hands. If the floor is too far and you're working too much in the shoulders, come up. Right? There's that block. It's not a cheat. Props help us learn how to be in the poses and let the poses unfold rather than us force our way into them. Inhale, bend the front knee. And step back. Lower the back knee to the floor and come back to your tabletop position. Hands under shoulders, toes curled under. Or go all the way back into plank pose. Pause, hands and down to the toes. Lower to the knees, draw the shoulder heads back. Keep pulling them back. Pushing against the floor to lower down. Belly engaged. Straighten the legs. Curl the pubic bone, inhale, lengthen forward through the upper back to lift the chest. And exhale, lower down. Push up. Tabletop position, pulling up from the belly. Maybe going the rest of the way, downward facing dog. Inhale, warrior two, step the left foot forward, pivot the right heel down. Push through the legs to come up. You can keep the arms low, hands on the hips, pushing down through both legs. That's actually not an option. Push down through the legs. And inwardly rotate the right thigh a little bit. If you have further to go, you can reach the arms out. And if you want to reach the arms out, but it's too much for full extension, bring the hands to the shoulders. Push down through the legs even more. Take a deep breath in. Exhale fully. And then come into variation. Bring the left forearm onto the thigh. And take the right arm to the hip or the low back area. If that's too much, keep it on the hip. Let go in the neck. Push down through your feet. Maybe take the arm around. If you have further to go and you don't have too many shoulder things going on, you can come to a fuller wrap. Sink into both hips. Let go on the neck even more. And then release. Bring both hands to the floor. Bring your back knee down, and then your opposite knee. Tabletop position or plank, you pick. Pause, breathe in, and then come down to the knees. Hello, Sophia, and then all the way to the floor. Bring your hands onto your hips. Reach back with the toes and curl the pubic bone into the floor, or a version of both. If you need to keep your hands all the way down, bring your arms to your sides, palms up. Inhale, lift legs, lift chest. Hands on hips. You can use the hands to lengthen the low back by pushing the pelvis toward the toes. One more breath in. And then exhale, lower down. Hands under shoulders, pick up to table position, picking up with your belly. Maybe going the rest of the way down dog. Feet of warrior two. Inhale, step your right foot forward between your hands, pivot the back heel down. Sink into the hips, relax at your arms. If you want to reach out with the arms, you're either here, hands to shoulders, or hands on hips. Deep breath in. Complete breath out. Soften in the ribs. Strengthen in the legs. One more deep breath. And then come into extended warrior variation. Inhale, bring the right forearm to the thigh, palm up. Let go in your neck. Hand can stay on hip or the back, or come to a full wrap around the back. And release. Just push up through the legs. And let's come into a warrior one position. So pivot so the left toes are forward. Hey, mister. Coming into a warrior one with the back heel down. Sink into the hips. Place both hands on the hips. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale. Hold over the front leg. Keeping the hands on the hips. This might be enough of a twist for you and great for your shoulders. Taking those long, big breaths through the whole upper back. If you have further to go, there's some choices. You can keep the left hand on the hip and reach the right arm forward. Or maybe bring the right forearm onto the thigh, make a fist, and then cup it with right palm. Or even further, bringing the elbow outside the knee, coming a little deeper. Relax the shoulders, no matter what you're doing. And strengthen the breath of the torso. Let go in your neck. Inhale, unwind. Twisting triangle, or a version of. Bring the back foot in a little closer, you might need to. All right? Bring right hand onto the block, bring left hand onto hip. That is a wonderful way to get your hips squaring forward. So really pull back on that hip a little bit. Push down for the calf muscles and the heels and lengthen the torso forward. This may be plenty twist for you. All right, there's a lot going on here. Feel for that. Breathe in. If you have further to go, you can reach up with that back arm. Again, your hand can come to your shoulder, or you can keep the arm low on the back. Feeling for lifting up on that right hip. It becomes different. Let go of the neck. See how much my torso lifted when I did that? One more breath. And then exhale, bend the front knee and move your block forward, coming up onto the ball of the back foot. This is a version of revolved half moon. We've been working the half moon a lot lately, right? Lengthen the breath through the whole right side of the body. And if you have further to go, begin to come onto the tippy toes of the back foot. Maybe lifting that back thigh off the floor, away from the floor, reaching it further back. Thigh bone reaches to ceiling, maybe reaching the arm to the ceiling, moving the block even further forward. I needed to. Inwardly rotate that back thigh. Deeper breath in. Really reach through that back leg as a ballast, and then keep reaching to lower down. Bring the back, walk back, and then simply step the front foot forward. Let's come into warrior one on the opposite side. We don't miss it. We just love you. Just love you. All right, warrior one. Let's do it. Let's do twisting warrior one. So bring the block inside the front foot, right hand on hip. Pull back on the hip. Feel for reaching back with that hip. Shoulders are soft. Legs are pushing towards the floor. Strengthen the breath through both sides of the waist. Lengthen the thigh bones. Deepen the breath. Maybe coming into the twist, bringing the left arm on the thigh, right thigh, making a fist. Maybe bringing the elbow outside the knee and cupping the fist with right palm. Lengthen the right hip back, push the right knee forward. So you're actually going in both directions. Full exhale out. And then let's come to twisting triangle. Straighten the front leg, maybe bring the back foot a little closer. Bring the block slightly forward, left hand on block. Use right hand to traction the right thigh back. Push down for the right heel. This might be your twist. Shoulders soft, legs working, breath strong. Breathe in now. Maybe reaching the right arm forward, maybe coming into your twist. Let go in your neck. And then release, unwind the torso. Revolved half moon. Move the block forward and come onto the ball of the back foot. Lifting the heel. Lengthening the left thigh bone back and slightly up to the ceiling. Right hand on hip. Pushing the right hip back. This might be your move, right? The block can be even closer if you need to. And then keep shifting forward, putting more weight in the front foot, coming onto the tippy toes. Maybe even pushing off, lifting that back thigh up, keep reaching back, move the block forward, draw the right hip back. Maybe reaching the right arm up to the ceiling. The back leg is so strong, so long. Keep reaching it. Strengthen your breath. And then let that go. Lower the back leg. Lower the top arm. And we'll do one final high. What are you doing? without the cat. So step the right foot back, not into a full warrior one stance, but a little closer in. Bend the front knee and bring that block inside your front foot. Come up onto the ball of the foot again. Hands can stay on the block, keeping the back knee working at a 90-degree angle towards the floor. Curl the pubic bone forward and absorb the front ribs into the body. Deep breath in. Push the feet towards the floor. Extend the breath in. Exhale all the way out. Curl the pubic bone forward. Soften the shoulders. Push the legs. Maybe come up higher, higher, higher. But the more you do that, the more you got to tilt that pelvis, maybe reaching the arms up. Or again, keep them low. Sink low in the legs. One more breath in. And then release. Coming down into nomad's pose. We did this one yesterday. Bend, flip the mat so you can pad your knee. Turn to the tops of the back toes and extend your front foot long. Lift the toes, but keep the ball of the foot on the floor and bring your block inside your front knee. Hands can stay on the block. Soften the shoulders. Curl the pubic bone forward. Clear out the low back. And then send your breath there. Expanding and opening and creating space. Go in your shoulders. They might try to resist that creation. Twisting nomads. You can keep your hands on your block and inhale. Take your left hand to your hip to draw it back, coming into the twist. Going further, you can reach the left arm up. Curl the pubic bone forward. Inwardly rotate the right thigh. Nice. Bring that hand back to the thigh if that's where you're working. Let's shift sides. Woo, missed this first. So bring the left leg back. Open your mat and step the right foot forward. That should be about where the placement you want the placement. And then come up, keeping the back knee bent at 90 degrees. Walk inside the front foot. Curl the pubic bone forward. You may even work one hand on the thigh. Neck relaxed. Right. Curl the pubic bone forward even more. Soften the shoulders. Let the legs do the working. Maybe coming up with the hands on the hips. Keep tucking and tucking the tailbone and lower your hips even more. Maybe reach your arms up. Push down to the legs. Take a deep breath in. And wash the breath out. And then lower the knee back down. Flip the left side of the mat over to pad the knee and point left toes. Extend the right leg forward, toes pointed, and lift it. Ball of the foot on the floor. Bring the block inside the right knee. Curl the pubic bone forward and pull front low ribs into the body for the fold forward. Shoulders soft. You can take the right hand to draw the hip back. Let go in the neck. And if you have further to go, or either way, I'd like you to come into a twist. Turn the torso towards the right. If you have further to go, you're reaching the arm up and back, twisting nomads. Relaxing your neck even more. Breathe even more. And then release. If the arm is lifted, bring it back. And bend the front knee. Open your mat and stay on the floor. Grab your blanket and bring it back to sit on or straddle. You might even turn on the edge of your mat in a long way, like I am. Straddle foot to groin. Taking the right leg long, bring the left foot to inner thigh. Let's work in side bend. Take right hand out to the side and then inhale. Reach the left arm up or work with our shoulder variations today. Hands low on the hip or bent elbow, hand on shoulder. Go in the neck. Support yourself through your pelvis. Lengthen the tailbone down. Go in the neck even more. Wow, that was a crazy long breath. All right, inhale. Turn towards the long leg. Bring your hands to frame your thigh and forward bend to any degree, tucking the chin into the chest. Relax the neck. Down through both legs into the floor. Inhale, lift from the belly to come up. Grab behind the right leg and bring your right foot in, and then extend the left leg long. Bring the sole of the right foot to inner thigh. Side bend. Inhale, extend the left palm out to the floor. And reach right arm up. Or work any of the shoulder variations. Spread your toes. Keep your feet active. And then inhale, unwind and fold over the left thigh. Bring your hands to the frame the leg and take your exhale. We're coming deeper into the fold. Inhale. And exhaling to any degree. Our tuck of the chin is enough of a fold. Inhale to lengthen up. Bring the left leg into your body. And come into your Shavasana. If you want to return to that chest opening Shavasana, the way we began class, just set up your prop underneath your shoulder blades and one underneath the back of your head. You may want to keep your feet on the floor, knees bent, or with legs long, make sure you have a support underneath the backs of the thighs. All of them are good ways to be. Make yourself as comfortable as possible so your shoulders can soften and the back of your body receive just as much as you're expressing through your front. So this is where I will leave you. Stay in your Shavasana for as long as you can. Don't skip it. This isn't, just because I'm turning off the video, it's mainly so you can have enough time and whatever time you need. Set a timer for 5 minutes, right? That's enough. Even for 1 minute, take that 1 minute for yourself. And take what I've shared with you today into yourself fully. Ingest it. And again, I thank you for those of you who have subscribed to the YouTube channel, followed me on Instagram, are tuning in, sharing what I'm doing with anyone you know. The classes are offered complimentary because a lot of people can't have to make choices with what they do with their resources these days. And I want this to not have to be a choice, to make it something easy as a resource for you. So thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Thank you for your shares, your likes, your subscribes. And make sure you click the notification bell so you know when I go live or when I've uploaded a video. And so here for you, as am I. Namaste. Missy! I know. You want to go outside?